Hello, trader. Hope that you had an enjoyable trading day. So, we are starting the first day of trading week, and all the USD pairs, as expected, we can see there was a gap open early, and we saw as expected, all the instruments started to bounce. Euro dollar, British pound, US dollar, AUDUSD, and NZDUSD currently showing that it's now on a pullback. So, lower time frame as the market left a gap here, and the market doesn't like to leave a gap open, so we may see a potential gap fill, and where we may find another entry opportunity in those instruments. So I'm going to look at one by one all of them to see how we can trade, starting with British pound, US dollar. First of all, looking at bigger picture just to see where the market is potentially be heading. Now, this is the fourth month the market is in a bullish impulsive move, and we can see that we are almost at the end of the month. So far it is a very strong uptrend. So if we look at, this is the monthly resistance line on GBP USD, and the price is above this resistance as it is in a bullish trend. What I think, the price may now try to retest this significantly important resistance line, where in the past we saw that there was a strong liquidity grab on the monthly and made this massive move back to the downside here to create this all-time low, and after that the price again reversed back up to that level. So because there was such an important bounce here, we may see the market at least to cross that high, even potentially create a new higher high. So from the monthly on GBPUSD, potentially to move back to another 200 p possibly. Now dropping down to the weekly, today is the first day of trading week after previous weekly full body green, which is had a volume in it. The market has made its move back to the upside with this bigger weekly impulsive candle, and with this move currently the market, we can see that it's heading back to the upside, and we may see this is the weekly price action where the price may bounce back to the upside here. Now if we look at the daily chart here, we can see that from the daily, this is the daily inverted head and shoulder, and with this inverted head and shoulder the market has made its move back to the upside, pull back, and we can see the price is in another impulsive phase here. Now here is a gap open on the daily on GBPUSD, with a bigger gap here early that we have seen the price now in a pullback. We can expect on British pound US dollar to potentially bounce back up here, and as the price is coming back down, what I think, later today we may see further pullback, and that's where potentially we may find entry on for this bullish move back to the upside. Now 4 hour candle is closing in few minutes time, and as if you look at here, it's a fully impulsive bullish trend, expecting GBPUSD potentially to drop a little further here to the support level, and this is a significant level of support here. And what I think, GBPUSD may try to revert back in that zone, and that's where we may find potential entry, because this is a very important zone here where we saw gap open, two bullish candle. The sellers has not tested this level. So lower time frame, if we look at the 1 hour chart here, it's forming an invert, a head and shoulder, which is still we can see the trend is remaining bullish. So we may see here a little drop, what I think, the price to fill some of this gap here. This is the previous swing high, which is a very important bullish, this is where the false breakout and the market drop here, which is the swing high of this trend, and a potential for the market to drop in that zone here, and getting a rejection is where we can look for entry. So we'll be waiting for a little downside, and as soon as we see the price has done enough rejection from this level, we will be looking for going long with a high probability trade setup. Now looking at euro dollar, now we can see that euro dollar is the same price action as GBPUSD, but we see that on euro dollar there is a little uh, stronger trend in the pullback. So locally, if we look at the lower time frame here on euro dollar, we can see that this is where the previous swing high, which is the resistance turning support here on euro USD, and we can expect this market to potentially come back here and then to give entry opportunity once we see the price has done enough pullback, and we will be looking for entry. Now daily chart here, like the GBPUSD and on euro dollar as well, there was a gap open, we saw initial bounce, the price is coming back again for a pullback here. So this gap is quite significant, and I think that the price may drop further here to this daily support level. This is where we may see the market to retest and then revert back to the upside. This is where we will be waiting for potential entry on euro dollar. Now Aussie dollar, as we can see, like British pound US dollar, this instrument as well currently on a pullback. Now if we look at the daily chart here, we can see that from the daily there was a daily breakout here after quite a few days of sideways movement, and it has done the manipulation on both sides, up and down, and we can see that there was a bounce drop back below. So because the market has grabbed liquidity from both sides, we may see a potential trend continuation here, and higher time frame also showing possible bounce. From the weekly, we can see that there is a large inverted head and shoulder, which may lead the price back to the upside to the long term resistance line here. So for any entry opportunity, as you can see that the candle just has closed on the 4-hour time frame, and this is a clean move back to the upside without significant pullback. So at the moment is we'll be waiting for a little drop here. This is important liquidity zone, as below this candle is where there is a high liquidity, and if we look at the 1 hour and lower time frame is where the market open with a gap. There are quite a few dodgy formation here. This is the zone that we'll be waiting for to see how the market is reacting to that level. As soon as we see suitable price action confirmation, we'll be looking to go long on AUD USD. Now let's look at NZDUSD. Like the UDUSD, we can see that NZDUSD as well, the market is in a bullish trend, and all the USD pairs, as we saw the XY had a break below. Now if we look at the weekly on NZDUSD this week, as coming up a very important news on NZD, and also on AUD news coming later. So we may see both of this instrument to have a potential trend here. Now this is a big impulse correction, it is in another impulsive phase here. So we can see that this is the weekly price, daily price action here, also a bullish move back to the upside. And looking at the 4-hour chart here, we can see that like the GBPUSD, euro dollar, NZD looks comparatively stronger. So we might see that after even narrow pullback, the market to potentially revert back up again. So any break of structure in this zone here is where potential opportunity to go long on NZDUSD. As soon as we will find suitable entry, we will be looking for going long with a high probability trade setup. Traders, if you enjoy this analysis and education, make sure you give a thumbs up, and also join the Telegram channel. You can find link below this video for more updated education analysis as well as trade ideas that I am posting every day. Thank you, and I'll see you soon in my next analysis.